I mean, look what I'm wearing now. This is barely fabric. It's barely clothes. It's just a bit of cotton. You could not get a thinner line than this. Time I'm out of the board, a-hole here, and I am obsessed with the gym. I'm obsessed with lifting weights, but it's okay because I have the self-awareness to realize this. It's like you can't be insane if you know you're insane, because in order to be insane, you have to realize you're not insane. But it also means I am well educated and well versed in knowing the signs of somebody else who is obsessed with the gym. So I'm going to put on my smart glasses, which really is a stupid stereotype from many years ago, and I kind of regret doing it, but yes. Here's 10 ways to tell if you've officially become obsessed by the gym. Number 10 is you wear really, really small clothes or extra medium. And of course, extra medium is a small and medium put together, or you go to the Baby Gap and you buy all your t-shirts from there. I mean, look what I'm wearing now. This is barely fabric. It's barely clothes. It's just a bit of cotton. You could not get a thinner line than this. And the only reason this has been designed is because you want to show off your muscles as much as possible, which is actually like a paradox for me, because I don't really think that I look that big. I don't think I look that jacked. And now that I've said it, I really regret bringing attention to the fact that I am wearing this vest. But we all do it, especially when it comes to t-shirts. You will start putting t-shirts on, and unless it's like killing you and it's so hard up against that bicep vein, you're like, my gosh, I think I'm about to collapse because the blood isn't getting to my brain anymore. You don't want it. You don't want it. So you actively put it on and you're like, well, it is tight, but is it tight enough? You should want clothes that make you feel comfortable, and maybe sometimes you enjoy the design on them. But when you are obsessed with the gym, it is all about making sure you feel like you've been to the gym, and the best way of doing that, like I say, is by wearing really, really tight clothes. But don't worry about it. Just embrace it. Like, clearly I have too, which is not true. There was a time when if I ever went to the gym in a vest like this, I would pass out and probably die. This is why it's always good to overcome your mental obstacles. Number 9 is you dream about going to the gym. I think we should use this as like a confession stage. Sometimes I have gone to bed at night and I haven't dreamt about, I don't know, winning the lottery, and I haven't dreamt about becoming a celebrity. I have dreamt about going to the gym, which is a pretty crappy dream because I could just get up and go to the gym. Number 8, you start to become fascinated by how other people eat. What I mean by this is that you can be on a train at Wednesday at 12 p.m. and all of a sudden you see somebody whip out a Mars bar and eat it, and you're like, damn, man, that person just eating a Mars bar. I'm not allowed to eat bad food until Saturday at 6 p.m., which is your designated cheat meal area. Now, this is not true at all. Everything in moderation. There's a way to live a healthy lifestyle while also eating that random Mars bar. But I know I have been in this situation many a time. I cannot believe that there are certain people out there that just eat whatever they want when they choose to eat it. And that's because over the years, I have basically told my brain and I have conditioned myself to say, well, we're going to eat every 2 to 3 hours, keep that metabolism stoked, and we're going to eat a certain amount of food. So it's not boring foods. I enjoy my diet. In fact, actively, I look forward to it, which I guess ties into number 9 and why I'm dreaming about the thing. But I am still baffled that other people can do it. I don't know if you can hear that, but an ice cream van just started to play the whole dun 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 dun. And some people are going to run out there and buy an ice cream. Am I going to do that even though I would like an ice cream? Of course I'm not. But it's not the other people that are weird. Dun dun dun. It's me. Number 7 is you start working out calories in your head. Now, this is a little bit better in 2021 because most nice restaurants will actually tell you, hey man, here's the calories for this certain food. But if they don't, you turn into some kind of health calculator where you can look at a meal and go, that's about 323 calories, that's 429 calories, that's about 922 calories. Therefore, I'm going to eat this. No, it's too much. I am going to move on to something else, which is actually quite the skill to have. I was absolute dog shit at maths back in school because I just couldn't find a way to engage with it properly. But my word, if they had done it on food groups, I would have been an A-star student. I'd be like, I can work that out. Don't even worry about it at all. But once more, I mean, more people today are doing it than they used to do, but it ain't a general thing. Most people don't even know what a calorie is. Most people don't care. They just want to get some food, stand against the rav and go, and stick it in their mouth and enjoy it. It's only you and I who have become obsessed with the gym that are taking it down to like the 0.999 just to make sure that we're not overeating, which is also pretty dumb because if you overeat on one day, but you balance it out and you moderate out over the next few weeks, you're going to be fine anyway. You could stick a pizza up your ass. Well, that's not actually going to store as fat. It's just going to make you a psychopath. Number 6 is ensuring that every single meal has protein. I forget about this. I went out with a family member the other day, went for a delicious lunch, and they couldn't give two hoots about the protein content of the meal, whereas I was going, well, tuna's got this, and chicken's got that, and salmon's got this. They're like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, well, I have to have protein with my meal, otherwise what's the point of being alive? And they kind of stared at me like, I don't know if I want to be related to you anymore. You've become a really strange individual. And they were correct. But think about that. Think about having a meal with no protein in it. What's the point? You may as well not breathe oxygen. You may as well not wash with water. It is just a fundamental thing when it comes to life, because when you're eating, you're growing. And if you want to achieve protein muscle synthesis, that comes down to obviously the protein you put in there, because protein is fuel for your muscles. Go find someone that doesn't care about protein and you come and report back to me and we will agree on it. But 5 is worrying about those 5 extra calories. It's embarrassing, isn't it? 5 calories. And I know you do it because a question I always get, be it on Instagram, on Twitter, cheap plug at SimonMiller316, is, Simon, I really want to start drinking diet drinks, but I looked on the back and it says it has 8 calories. I can't possibly drink 8 calories. Look, I'm with you, bro. I totally get it. But it's probably going to take you 8 calories to grab it, drink it, and then let the stomach do all the things it needs to do. You're probably going to burn it off as you're also consuming it, which means you're basically flat out at 0. But this is the kind of state we bring ourselves into. Now, of course, if you're training for a hardcore bodybuilding competition, maybe you do need to get to this length. Someone to me the other day said they can't eat carrots because they're full of sugar. Mother Hubbard, this ain't no sweet. Eat the damn carrot. Number 4 is trying to figure out why people don't go to the gym. This is just a waste of your entire life. But I get it. It's so ingrained into your psyche and it's so ingrained into your day and your routine. When someone tells you they don't go to the gym, it's like, well, what do you do with your time? I am basically, formatting my entire 24-hour period about when I'm going to the gym. I have to plan when I'm going to drink my pre-workout. I'm going to plan when I have my pre-workout meal, my post-workout meal. I want to shake your hair. That was just gibberish coming out of my mouth because there's so much to think about. But sometimes some people's lives are wake up, have some food, go to work, come home, have some food, bed. And they'll do their own hobbies within that. Maybe they'll read a book, maybe they'll play a video game, maybe they'll go to the cinema, and you do those things too. But the difference for you is that you know you need that 1 to 2 hour period every single day of your life to fit in the gym. And I'm sorry, that's obsessed. Number 3 is you buy pills to sleep. You don't need to buy pills to sleep. You will sleep just fine, unless you don't, of course, but that's a different conversation for a different time. But because you know how important sleep is, and because every now and then, just as life works, you may not have a good sleep, you actively take money, your hard-earned cash, and you put it into a sleeping product in order to sleep. Even though if you weren't going to the gym, you probably would still be getting the amount of sleep you need in order to recover for the next day. The supplement industry is a wonderful place where they can magic up these things, and I'm no better. I've bought sleep aids, and I don't mean like proper hardcore stuff. I mean, oh man, this is going to send you off to sleep and let your muscles recover. Even though my body would probably do it anyway. I should have got into supplements when I was really young, and I would have sold it to you too. Number 2 is powder is your life. Just ties into your whole life, doesn't it? You got protein powder, you got creatine powder, you got mycelic acid powder, you got BCAA powder, you got the sleep powder. Some people take their vitamins in powder. It's just powder, 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 powder all the day long. What are you, a child? Someone's powdering your ass like your mum used to do with the talcum powder. That's the only powder you should have in your life. A bit of talcum powder. But no, you get into the gym and all of a sudden you're being sold powder at every opportunity. And then somebody will release something new and go, oh, this is the magic powder you need in your life. You're like, damn it, I've got to try it. It's just powder all the hell day long. And number 1 is that you value training over relationships. And I'm going to bet that you have done this at least once. It's probably a terrible idea, and on many levels you probably forget it, but I bet there has been something, be it a friend, a girlfriend, a partner, whoever it may be, and it's not going to have been going well anyway, right? I'm not saying the catalyst is the fact you're going to the gym, but you will have been going through some problems, and of course you find solace and you find comfort in going to the fitness palace of love, so you do that, and at one stage they would have looked to you as I'm looking at you now with my fake glasses and bald head, and they would have gone, you love the gym more than me. And you don't say it out loud, but you think deep down in your tum-tum, she or he or whoever is not wrong. I think that I do, and that's the end of it. That relationship ain't gonna last because you have picked an inanimate room with a bunch of inanimate weights over somebody that is a human being with feelings. And I've now exposed myself. This happened to me on one occasion, and it wasn't their fault. The relationship had petered out, but when I had this thought, I was like, well, that's the end of that. And also, I'm a piece of trash. Now, please do leave a comment below, mostly for the YouTube algorithm, because they absolutely love it, and give the bell a click, ding, ding, so you know when other videos are going live. You will be notified. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Click the video on the screen. It's probably going to be another one of my stupid lists, and if you have any ideas for lists you'd like me to do, put them in the comments below too. That would be fun. Also got a Patreon, patreon.com/SimonMiller316. Instagram and Twitter is at SimonMiller316. Brand new merch, SimonMiller.BigCartel.com, and a Greg Doucette's brand new cookbook. All of this is in the description below. Otherwise, you take care of yourself. I want to make it very very clear. There ain't nothing wrong with being obsessed with the gym. There's far worse things to be obsessed with. I think it's a great place, and I'll see you on the next one.